Pardon? Yeah. On the screen? Couldn't
Yeah.
find him.
Yeah. I don't know if he got knocked down or grabbed or what. There's
I
nothing.
think somebody grabbed him. I think
Yeah.
Jeff Coat must have grabbed him.
Yeah. We didn't have anything on that to the left side on that screen.
Do we not have any information on the college promo that you want me to do? We don't have any information on the college promo, or? Oh, I see. Okay. But you do have a super, because I don't have a card.
You know what I'm talking about in the screen. We got to see the screen guy. Line. We don't have to see the other side.
Okay. 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 I probably won't hear it. And then next Sunday, doubleheader here on CBS begins with the NFL today. Bears, Green Bay, Atlanta, Dallas, Philadelphia, Minnesota, and Tampa Bay against New Orleans. Begins at 12:30 Eastern Time. And then the doubleheader games, John Madden and I will be at Giants Stadium. The Rams visit. San Francisco goes to Seattle. Washington, Phoenix. Newsom and Walker behind Pelluer. Walker. Not much. Harry Carson, the first man. 3 yards for Walker. Clock running down to 2 minutes remaining in the first half with the score. Giants 5. Cowboys 3. Andy Hedden, I believe, is the Giant who remains on the ground. 2 minutes to go in the first half from Texas Stadium.
What is this? Well, we're getting a lot of tight shots today. What are this?
Weird games today.
Yeah, boy.
Ooh. No. Yeah, that's the. You know, unless he falls on someone's foot or something. Who is that? Well, I'll tell you who made a heck of a play, though, is Jim Burt. Let me see it. Yeah. That's a good nose tackle play.
Limped off the field.
I tell you, watch Jim Burt here. This is the way a nose tackle has to play. This is why the Cowboys aren't doing any rushing. They only have 12 yards so far. If you don't get the nose tackle block, if he can take on that center and come right down the line of scrimmage, all those other guys have a chance to converge on it.
2nd and 7. Walker split wide right. Herschel hit by Mark Collins just about the same time the ball arrived.
That's the way to do it. Let's watch Carl Banks here and see what they're doing to him. Again, he's going to be the guy that's going to move right to left. He has to be the blocker. He has to be the guy who is going to be coming on the rush. You see, he's looking at that and he's saying, where's Lawrence Taylor? It was more fun playing that other side. He got a double dipper there.
He got a full dose of the Nate the Newton, the kitchen.
That's about a 325-pound package.
Here's Pelluer. Pass is caught by Newsom. That should be enough to move the sticks. A gain of 10. Clock running with 1:45 left. And less now, but Dallas with 3 timeouts remaining.
You know, that Nate Newton, 61 here, is big, but he's lost a lot of weight to get to look like that. I mean, he's lost like 30, 40 pounds. But the amazing thing with that size, like I said, just watch me play. I mean, he has good strength, real good movement, great feet. And we just saw him pick off Carl Banks.
And the clock runs. 1st and 10. Outside to Ray Alexander. And out of bounds, and that'll stop it with 1:12 remaining. A gain of 9. Harry Williams took him out of bounds. Reminder that at the half, we'll send you back to the New York studios for the NFL Today with Brent Herb and Dick Butkus with scores and highlights. And there have been some unusual scores today.
They're going to have a good halftime. They're going to have a lot to talk about with these scores and some of these upsets. You don't know who the good teams are yet.
Not yet.
You know, 49ers, and look what's happening in Atlanta. Whoa, who would have thought?
2nd down, they need a 1. Giants on a blitz. Cowboys pick it up for a moment. From around the corner came Leonard Marshall. Pelluer never saw him coming.
Hey, he's right there on Darryl Smith. We'll see him right here. The Giants need a good, strong Marshall now to give him that pass rush. Marshall missed the first 2 games. He's out with a groin pull. They got him back this time for the first time as a full-time starter. And you need that big backside pass rusher. Whether it's Marshall or it's a linebacker, right-handed quarterback, you need that strong rush coming from the right side.
They just can't see you or feel you coming from that blind side.
Then when you're like Leonard Marshall and you bring a pretty big load from that side, that'll knock the cobwebs out of a quarterback.
And the Cowboys finally call a timeout. They have 2 left, but they burned a lot of seconds. 5-3. It's the Giants by 2. Auburn ranked number 6.
The guy we just saw get beat there, that Darryl Smith, he's from Tennessee. He's having a little trouble. Tennessee loses a couple of games, and he gets beat by Leonard Marshall.
On 3rd down, here they come again to Walker. A screen pass. Walker breaks a couple of tackles and goes out of bounds midfield, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
I think they're going to call holding out here. Nate Newton blocking Carl Banks. But from here, it didn't look like a hold. I thought it was a good block. Nate Newton didn't argue. He just walked back to the huddle. Maybe he knows that he did hold, or maybe he's just tired. But he was out in front, and he took Carl Banks down right here in the 30. He's the guy that's the block that broke him loose.
Dallas been penalized 3 times for 20 yards.
Holding, number 61.
Nate Newton.
That's who they call. Here's Newton right here. And to me, as I said, it looked like a pretty good block, but let's watch it. Oh, no, it's not a good block. He had the right hand and the left hand around him. That's why he didn't argue, but that was a block that sprung Herschel Walker.
That was the takedown.
Yeah, I know. Look, I mean, he had the right hand and the left hand. That looked like WWF stuff.
3rd and 11. Marshall got loose for a moment. Pelluer has the ball slip out of his hands, it would appear. And it sails over the head of the receiver. McConkey goes back deep for the Giants. Saxon will punt for Dallas.
I don't mean to bring up any controversy, but I bet in the second half we have a chance of seeing 2 things. 1, Herschel Walker running a lot more, and number 2, maybe Danny White.
I agree. Saxon. Diassi is the center. And he's one of the best. Good kick by Saxon. McConkey. No fair catch. Down he goes. Manny Hendricks was the first man down to stop it. 46-yard punt, 6-yard return by McConkey. Texas Stadium. Hot and humid. Giants 5, Dallas 3. Pat Summerall and John Madden with 44 seconds left in the first half. Giants have 1 timeout remaining. Danny White and, of course, Tom Landry.
And Danny White was saying the other day in the paper that he not only thinks he should be playing some, he thinks he ought to be the starter. That he feels he could do more with this offense than Pelluer's doing.
First down, Sims. Again, a semi rollout. Nowhere to go. He's hammered by Randy White. Chased by Noonan first and Jeffcoat. And the 3 of them converge. That's the second sack.
You know, one thing, I don't know that I've ever seen Phil Simms do this. He was watching the rush. And you hardly, you know, the quarterback has to look downfield. Maybe there's no one open, but watch him right here. He sees the rush right there. Well, maybe he just had to put the ball away.
Second and 21. He's taking his time. They have 1 timeout remaining. He wants the Cowboys to use their timeout. Sims taking all he can. Down to 10 seconds. Diana. That's the end of the first half with the score. The Giants 5, the Cowboys 3.
With all those big linemen, their shirt tails were out, and they looked like they were awfully tired.
Well, they're coming back now. CBS Sports coverage of NFL football will continue after this message and a word from your local station.
I wonder how they did.
Dallas total yards. Herschel Walker has only 35. That's running and receiving.
Yeah, where they got their big yardage in the first half was rookie Michael Irvin. He's caught 4 passes for 76 yards, and I bet they turned that thing around in the second half with Herschel running the ball for a lot more yards.
5-3 as you look at Phil Simms' passing statistics, 6 out of 14. He hadn't had a lot of time. Dallas has 2 sacks.
And he's trying to get the ball to Lionel Manuel. Of those 6, he completed 4 of them for 73 yards to Lionel Manuel.
Roger Ruzek took a divot on the kickoff. Ball's loose. Giants have it. Mark Ingram came flying out of the end zone. I guess you can't take a divot out of artificial turf.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you can if you don't go to training camp. That was almost an onside kick. You know, if the Giants, they have to catch this. This isn't like a punt. That's a live ball. If they don't get it, if the Cowboys get back there and they get it right there, had Bill Bates gotten it, it would have been their ball.
Todd Fowler had a hand on it. First down, Giants at their own 26-yard line. They lead by 2 points, 5-3. Simms on first down. Gets it out to Manuel, who breaks away from a couple of Dallas tacklers. Flag is down. Gain of 17. Eugene Lockhart finally kept him down.
Looks like it's going to be on Gary Cobb. Again, in the first half, Simms had great success with Manuel 4 times. That's the 5th pass.
Unnecessary roughness. Number 59, defense.
Gary Cobb, who came to the Cowboys from the Philadelphia Eagles.
And we see Manuel again working out here in the left. He got Williams all the way turned around and running backward. And the penalty is right here. He's down, the whistle, and comes in and hits him in the back. Gary Cobb does. Look, he tries to pick him up to try and get away from the penalty.
Manuel 5 catches for 90 yards. First and 10 Giants at the Cowboy 42. It's back tomorrow. Flag is down again. 2 flags down. Got to be a face mask against Bill Bates. I haven't had any reports from either bench about any sort of dehydration.
5-yard face mask, defense.
Or any problems with the heat, John, which is encouraging.
But I bet if they do, they're going to be in the 4th quarter anyway. You see Bates here coming up.
Number 40,
makes a good play, and he grabbed the face mask initially. Dick Nolan was saying about Bill Bates. He said he doesn't hear the whistle. He gets a lot of those late hits. He said, I'm trying to calm him down. He said his problem is he hears bells.
That could be a bad sign.
Well, he thinks a bell has to stop the action. He thinks this is a fight out there.
Or a wedding. Sims to Morris again. He hammers inside the Dallas 30. Stopped by Kevin Brooks, a gain of 4. Should be enough for a first.
You can see how important these safeties are, Michael Downs and Bill Bates, to that running game, or stopping the running game. That's how they play 8. On the first down play, it was Bates who was up in the line of scrimmage. Now it's Downs. Watch him. He starts here. When the ball gets here, Downs is going to be right in the hole. See, they read it like a linebacker. Now watch, he's right up there, and that gives him the 8th guy in the line.
Manuel to the left. Sims looking. Missing this time. Eugene Lockhart back on the coverage in a hurry. That was when he first came up, Lockhart, Eugene the hitting machine. The rap against him was he couldn't get involved and wasn't being involved enough in pass coverage. But he looks like he's corrected that.
He broke his leg last year and had to rehabilitate. Started feeling sorry for himself, so the guys were telling him, take no pity. So anyway, that's his motto now, no pity. In fact, he has it written on his shoe.
No pity. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Sims, and here comes the blitz. Pass picked off by Bates. Bates is down. And down as a result of contact. There is also a penalty marker down. Now they're saying no penalty. And it's going to be Dallas ball. Excuse me, John.
I was just saying, that was that backside pass rush against Bates. Comes up with the ball, but it was a pass rush at Gary Cobb. And he's going to hit Sims from the backside just as he's throwing it. Watch as Sims throws it. There's number 59. And he hits him. Now that takes everything off the velocity of the ball.
So with 13 and a half minutes left to play, 3rd quarter, it's still the Giants 5, Dallas 3.
Well, let's show the whole thing and see. No, I mean the whole thing of the block.
No, he never touched it.
Well, he should have been able to get up. No, why can't he get up?
Anyone to block him.
No, they didn't, did they?
Yeah, let's see the end of. Well, he's going out for a pass. I would think. See what happens here. Does he come?
What takes him in here is when he comes in.
No, but Lockhart does. So he has to pick him up. So that frees him.
I've got a feeling.
Is that Morris?
That's picking up?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Huh? Who is that?
I think it might be Anderson. He wasn't running through.
But Pat, this whole group blocks here because Lockhart comes, the back takes him. Now there's no one for this guy, Gary Cobb, to come from the backside. See, the middle linebacker comes, the center blocks right. Now that leaves the outside linebacker free.
Cowboys back at their own 2-yard line, and the handoff is to Walker. Walker gets him some room out to the 8. Harry Carson and Kenny Hill finally brought him down, but a pickup of 6.
That was a big play. It doesn't always look like a lot, but if you're inside the 5 and you have to punt, your punter doesn't have his normal 15 yards. By getting it out, that's your first goal. Get it out away from the 5-yard line. Now, if you have to punt, your punter has his normal distance.
2nd down then. And 4. Walker gains 6. Pelluer still the quarterback, has Crosby in motion. He gives it again to Walker. He gets to about the 10. Picked up 2. Jim Burt
You know, that's what the Cowboys are talking about at halftime. I bet, okay, let's make this second half Herschel's. So again, that's a pretty good idea, but if you're going to do that offensively, you have to have success doing it. You can't come up with a lot of third downs if you're running on first and second.
You got to get that nose tackle blocked, too.
That's a big thing. You can't play a three-man line and not get the nose tackle blocked and make big yardage.
Third down and 2. 3 tight end set up now. Again for Walker. And Walker has the Dallas first down. Kenny Hill was the first to hit him. Picked up 6.
It's always interesting in the third quarter as the teams come out. You can tell what they talked about, you know, and you can see, because that's going to, the first half is their original game plan they worked on all week. The second half are their adjustments that they made at halftime.
They say, hey, what we did, this part of it's not working, so here's what we're going to do. And those, I think, are the marks of what makes an outstanding coach. One who can adjust. Pelluer. For Michael Irvin, who I think broke it off. How much does Herschel Walker mean?
Yeah, this is their total offense on the first 2 games. And you can see the hunk of the pie that he took out. He rushed for 228 yards, caught another 78 yards worth, and his hunk of the pie totals 40% of the offense. Now, he hasn't done that in the first half, and I bet he's going to be at least 40% by the time the day's over.
Second down and 10. Pelluer under pressure, gets it out to Newsom, who's got some room. Jimmy Newsom to the 25, about a yard shy of a first down. Perry Williams made the stop. Leonard Marshall put the pressure on Pelluer again.
The Giants are tackling a lot better today. Last week against the 49ers, that was one of their big problems. They didn't tackle well. In the first half of this game, they've tackled much better than they did a week ago.
Bill Parcells was telling us yesterday that that's one of the things during practice this week that they worked on, was improving their tackling. By the way, he wanted me to say happy birthday to his wife, Judy. It took place earlier this week, so you know he's thinking of you. Here's Walker. Walker outside the 40.
That's why they pay him a lot of money. They need fans here. They got to put some people in these seats. They need someone that can excite them. And this is the guy that can do it. He was really dormant the first half. I'll tell you, he's a guy who gets stronger as the game goes on. And I bet there's going to get a big, big dose of Herschel Walker this second half.
Tom Landry said during the week, Tom, by the way, had a birthday last week as well, but he said, as long as I've been around the game, I'd buy a ticket to see this guy run. Jim Burke again on the stop of Walker. Now for an NFL update, let's send you again to Brent Musburger. .53 here. Giants leading. Walker had 21 yards rushing in the first half. He already has 30 in this half. Second down now. And 10. Dallas at the 41. Irvin in motion. Giants showing blitz. Pelluer uncomfortable with what he's looking at. And calls a timeout. With 8:56 left to play in the third quarter at Texas Stadium, it remains the Giants by 2 points.
Nah, that shouldn't do it.
Again next Saturday here on CBS, live at 2:30 Eastern Time. Tennessee against the 6th-ranked Auburn Tigers, who had over 600 yards In fact, 680 to be exact, against Kansas yesterday. 2nd and 10 here. Giants again go into a defensive shift. That's what caused the last time out. That in the 32nd block. Now it's Thornton Chandler in motion. Pelluer in the pocket. Gets into Irvin, who gets to the Giant 42. Harry Williams on the coverage. Irvin looks like he's going to be something special.
That's what kind of game it is. It's Irvin on one side and Manuel on the other side. He comes off a hold and everything on that. I mean, he really got pushed and pulled and knocked around before he ever caught that ball. Perry Williams dodged a bullet by not getting called for something on that.
Irvin shaken up just a bit. Has 5 receptions. 1st and 10 Dallas. Pelluer on 1st down. Back to throw. Rolls it out to Newsom. Collision between Mark Collins and Newsom. Like something you might see when the Bulls run in Pamplona.
I know. Collins came off that thing. He hit it, bounced back, and came off and still made the tackle. That was some play.
Still checking on Irvin over on the sideline. 2nd and 6. Newsom has 5 catches for 57 yards. 2nd out, Dallas at the Giant 39. Giants showing the blitz, an outside blitz. Don't do it. Don't need to. Jim Burt again.
Hey, Jim Burt's having a good game this 2nd half. You got to get that guy blocked. And again, you watch Burt here. If you can keep him on or get him going back, that's okay. But if he gets on this side of the ball, you don't have a chance to run. Now watch Burt. He just hits that gap right away. He's in the backfield, and no one. I don't care who you are. You can't run the ball. I have no idea what the center was doing on that play.
And this center, Rafferty, took off for one of the linebackers and left Burt just free.
I'd like to come back and play like that.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, let's think about it. Here's Pelluer. Newsom again. Incomplete. Carl Banks back there with Newsom. And here comes Saxon.
I tell you, watch the Cowboys dodge a bullet here. Pepper Johnson's going to come. Watch this takedown right about here. This is an all-pro mid-season takedown. Watch Pepper Johnson comes. He just takes him right to the ground. He can't get to Pelluer, although he rolls to him. But the officials missed that one. Woo!
McConkey back deep for the Giants. Saxon to punt for Dallas. 6.5 minutes left to play 3rd quarter. McConkey waves, signals fair catch, and makes it. At about the 13. 28-yard punt. 6 minutes, 24 seconds left to play 3rd quarter at Texas Stadium. Giants 5, Dallas 3.
I wonder what they were. I'd like to hear what they were talking about.
It would be
McConkey and Bates. What are they on Walker? Bob, why don't you just have one of those guys talk to their bench just to see if it's getting hotter or cooler down there? No, I know it. No, I don't. Yeah.
Michael Irvin. Bruised knee. You overturned.
Okay. That's a good shot. Who's, I bet if you, let me see the rest of the, no, I can look myself.
Here's a look at all the other games. Bears, Green Bay, Atlanta, Dallas, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Tampa Bay against New Orleans. Starts with the NFL today at 12:30 Eastern Time. And then the doubleheader games, Rams, Giants in New York. The Meadowlands, San Francisco, Seattle, and Washington at Phoenix. First down, Giants. Send back to throw. Gets it to Bavaro. Up the middle. Bavaro. Out to the 44. His first catch today, finally taken down by Eugene Lockhart and Michael Down.
Heck of a throw by Phil Simms here to 2 to find Bavaro. Watch again from his backside. Jim Jeffcoat, number 77, just as he throws the ball. Bavaro was wide open, bobbled it, made a big play for the Giants. But I tell you, Phil Simms, you know, when you talk about tough guys in this league, you think of nose tackles, linebackers, goofy eyes. This guy's one of the tough guys.
Otis Anderson and Maurice Carthon are the Giants backs. Simms back again to throw. Outside Manuel. In front of Robert Williams. Complete, and he's out of bounds. They move back into Giant territory. A pickup of 18.
You know, one thing coming into this game, you see the guys that Phil Simms has thrown to, 6 completions to the wide receivers, 2 to the running backs, and that one Bavaro was 1, well, must be 2 to the tight ends now. But you can see they come in here with this game that they were going to throw to their wide receivers.
And they're doing a lot of their throwing on first down. Morris is back in the backfield. And they're running on first down. Lockhart, it's Morris. With an assist from Gary Cobb. He got 2 yards.
You know, 2 things happen in a hot day. One, the offensive linemen, their shirts start coming out of their jerseys. You see that? They start walking around. And if you're a heavy guy, one of the toughest things you have to do is keep your shirt tail tucked in. The other, I mean, I've always wanted to get, all my life, I've had an objective to get to a point where my shirt tail would stay in. And the other smart guy is you get by the fan. There's only 2 fans there, and you get as close as you can to it and face it.
Downs up faking blitz, and he comes and sends down the middle for Ingram. Flags all over the place. Pass was incomplete, covered by Walls, who had him man-to-man all over because they came with an all-out blitz.
You know you're going to get single coverage right now away from Manuel.
Defensive pass interference, number 24.
On Walls.
Manuel's on the left side. That's Mark Ingram on the right side. See him the right side here as Simms looks back. He takes a little peek. Again, he's getting a big pass rush. Hit just as he throws it. Throws it a little in front. And whatever Walls did, he had to do before he came into the picture.
Walls had the man-to-man coverage. The Giants think that if the Cowboys can get you blitzing with an all-out blitz like that, they'll keep coming. But if you burn them a couple of times, they'll stop. Simms to Morris. No place for him. Jeffcoat. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. No more, certainly. But they're in field goal range.
And that's the type of game this is. There's Ernie Stoughton here. He's calling the defenses for the Cowboys. Mixing them up. He's going 3-man line. He's going 4-man line. He's trying everything. You know, blitzes, bringing the safeties, bringing the linebackers, giving the Giants a different look every play.
Clock running now with 4:15 remaining, third quarter. They show blitz again. They do blitz again. Simms hit from behind. The ball's on the ground. The ball loose. This is Otis Anderson with it. Simms was hammered from behind. And he got up. The man who did the hitting has not gotten up.
Well, again, what's happened is the Cowboys are bringing guys up the middle, and the Giants are blocking the middle. Watch this. They'll come here in the middle. They get this block, but the guy they leave free is this outside guy coming on Simms' backside again. Watch them. See, they pinch the middle down, but there's no one left to block Gary Cobb again. So you got to get the middle, but you got to be able to get that outside guy, too.
Otis Anderson wound up with the ball. Lockhart was the Cowboys shaken up. It'll be 3rd and 13 when we come back.
Let me see that one again. Yeah, please. No. Do you have anything wider than that? Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. We should have had, yeah. Let me just see here. Let me just do, you got one? No, just stop it, please. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I know. Don't get so damn defensive. We're okay. We'll be okay there.
Are you really?
See, they got 9. Here's the problem. They got 9 guys here, right? And they only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blockers. 8 blockers. So there's going to be a guy free on that unless you bring one of your ends in. Let's do that. Can we do that, Bob? Huh?
That's a good one.
Well, it may be too. Then it may not make sense.
How tough is that decision? Is it really tough?
You know, Pat, as you look here, the Cowboys have 9 guys up in this box because they only have 2 guys deep. So at that least that has 9 guys, and when you count them across here, you only got 8 guys to block them. 6, 7, 8. So no matter how you block them, when you got 9 on 8, they're going to have 1 guy free. The last time was Gary Cobb who hit Sims from the back. You can't block that.
Impossible. 3rd and 13 for the Giants and Sims. Crowd really starting to get involved now. Sims saying, I can't hear, you can't hear me. 3rd and 13 from the 25. 5 seconds, they get it done. Sims, incomplete, and a flag down. Penalty marker down. Intended for Lionel Manuel, and again it's Walls. I don't know about that one.
Well, from up here, it sure looked like good coverage, didn't it? It was a good throw by Sims. He got that in there. It looked like Walls had him blanketed.
Defensive pass interference.
That's the second one against Walls on this drive.
Let's have a look.
Well, here's Walls here. Here's Manuel here. It's going to be up and in to this point, and the penalty comes right at the end. And it looked like that Walls had good coverage. You see him, he's going to start there. Manuel starts in. Walls starts in. And unless he had a hand on him that I couldn't see, that looked like good coverage.
1st and goal from the 9. Manuel is the move man this time, and Sims has pressure up the middle from Jones. Had to be some sort of a stunt for him to come up the middle like that.
It was a stunt. You'll see the tackle, Brooks, works to the outside. See Jones, he works to the inside. The Giants are trying to zone it, but no one picks up too tall coming up the middle. If Sims can get protection, his ends can get open and catch the ball. The big thing is, can he get the ball off before they get to him?
Otis Anderson now in the backfield with Carthon. 2nd goal from the 9. Sims outside quickly. Ball batted away, deflected by Jim Jeffcoat.
Sims was yelling at Jeffcoat after that. Watch, Jeffcoat is 77. He's coming from the right of the screen. He really gets blocked pretty well. That's good pass protection. You see, William Roberts was on him, blocked him well. and just as Sims went to throw, Jeffcoat jumped up.
Now Noonan goes out, and Randy White comes in. So it's Jeffcoat, White, Jones, and Brooks, the rushers. See if they bring him on third down. It's third and goal from the 9. Hit just as he lets it go. Touchdown, Giants. Great throw by Sims to Lionel Manuel. 9-yard touchdown pass. And he was hammered just as he let it go.
That's why I say Phil Sims is one of the toughest guys in this league. I don't know, he just seems to hang in there, to stand there and wait till that last second. And then how he can find that guy, see that guy, and get open. How you can stand back here, you have to be oblivious to the run. Just stand up and throw the ball no matter what's coming. He does have a favorite target today, though, doesn't he?
Manuel has caught 7 for 118 yards and the only touchdown. Allegre. Extra point is good. The Giants 12, the Cowboys 3. Look at the rush.
You know, Bill Parcells said dollar for dollar, our best investment is Phil Sims on the New York Giants. I think with all the other problems they've had with their stars, with Bavaro holding out, not playing well, and with Carl Banks, Lawrence Taylor on suspension, everything relies on this guy, so he's bringing one other guy with him. He's bringing number 86. He said, just give us some time, and I can go out there and play catch with Lionel Manuel.
8 plays, 86 yards. Kept the ball 3 minutes, 3 seconds. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 12-3. Lionel Manuel's 3rd touchdown of the year. His 4th 100-yard game against the Cowboys. Phil Sims did seem very confident last night when we talked to him.
He seemed very confident, very aggressive. You know, like he didn't want to play one of those run games. He wanted to drop back and throw it to Lionel Manuel every play.
Ball goes to Mark Higgs, who watches it go out of bounds at about the 1-foot line, it seems.
Well, the official first said it went out of bounds. He threw his flag. Then he picked it up. Well, we got fights with players and the guys holding the flag.
They are saying that Mark Higgs must have touched the ball before it went out of bounds at about the 1-foot line. Seems.
Bill McConkey's one of those guys that'll take on anything as he goes down there. I think he took on a guy holding the down marker. He'll say, where are these guys coming from? They're hitting me from all over, Coach.
Now they're going to bring it out to the 20. I think.
They ought to put pads on that guy. What the heck? Pat him up. Let him go.
They have called it finally a touchback, but it did go into the end zone before it went out of bounds, so they bring it out to the 20. It's an angry person over there.
I know it. That guy there, you know, he's probably there enjoying the game, kind of watching, moving the things along, and lo and behold, here comes the guy. Let's see if we can see it. McConkey's there. He's going out of bounds. He just ran into the guy. Look, knocked him out. Then watch him right there. He picks it up and throws the ball at McConkey. Then McConkey's going after the ball guy.
And takedown.
Now there's a penalty on the play.
Now they bring it out to the 35-yard line. Because it did go out of bounds, apparently. First they said touchback. Now apparently it went out of bounds. (12-3). Pelluer back to throw. Here comes Johnny Cooks, and Pelluer is out of the pocket. Pelluer on a scamper to midfield. Harry Carson finally took him down, but Pelluer got 15 yards.
And this is something, we have that thing going back and forth in the first half. Not a lot of excitement, not a lot of offense. And now we come here in the second half and everything breaks loose. Look at Pelluer. He sees that pass rush coming from the backside. He's going to take off.
Word on Michael Irvin, by the way, as he had a bruised knee. He should be back. And he is back. Split wide to the left. Walker has been lined up at tight end and now is back in the backfield. Irvin goes in motion. Back to Walker. Jim Burke. Penalty marker. The rule on that kickoff, by the way, is since the ball did go out of bounds, originally called a touchback, 2 more flags go down on this play. They have the option to take it at the 35, which the Cowboys chose to do. It's a 2-year-old rule.
This has been some game. The officials have been much involved in this game.
Much. Pat Haggerty's the referee.
Because, you know, on that one down there in that kickoff, first the guy threw it like it was a penalty, which it is if the ball doesn't stay in bounds. Then he picked it up and said it was a touchback. Then they changed it and said that, in fact, it did go out of bounds. So they had a call, a reverse, a call, and a reverse. This guy, Pat Haggerty, the referee there, is one of the best officials in the league, too.
Personal foul, number 58.
Banks.
15-yard penalty. 15-yard penalty.
Walk-off 15 against the Giants. So after the smoke clears, it'll be 1st and 10 Dallas at the Giant 32. 2:19 remaining, 3rd quarter.
Yeah, when you think of it, that's about 15 yards of penalties if you take the ball on the 1-yard line. And now there's another penalty. Now they're going to go a face mask and go again.
Number 54. Personal foul after the play was over. First down.
Call against Andy Hedden. 54. I didn't think he would be back. I think he must be 64. Jim Burke.
I don't think there's a 54 out there.
I don't think so either. To Walker. Open. Touchdown. Minutes, 1 second left to play, 3rd quarter, and it's 12-9. Ruzek with Pelluer holding. Extra point is good. 2 minutes, 1 second remain, 3rd quarter, and we have a 2-point game again.
Let's watch Herschel Walker. He gets out there. The Giants are in some kind of rotation, and the safety doesn't get over. Now, Walker lines up in the backfield. He lines up tight end. Here he is as a wide receiver. He just faked out Mark Collins, and the safety couldn't get over there, Kennard. I think that was supposed to be man-to-man on Collins. That was a heck of a move by Herschel Walker.
It really was.
As a wide receiver in the open field.
Started to move inside, then straightened it up. Think about what you were just talking about, John. That ball went out of bounds inside the 1-yard line. They wound up with it at the 35. Then they got 15 more yards for a personal foul and 5 more for a face mask. That's the way to manufacture a drive.
Yeah, it started one time the ball was on the goal line, and next thing we know it's past the midfield. The officials are marking it down. Then they come in and they throw an up to Herschel Walker.
Cincinnati remains unbeaten. Orleans 2-1. Cardinals won their first as the Phoenix Cardinals. Ruzek. Better kick this time. Greg Lasker sees the ball go into the end zone, and this one is a touchback.
You know, it's hard to tell who the good teams in the NFL are. Yeah, I think that's one thing. Since there's no great team or no dominant team, I think this thing is really wide open for any number of teams.
You think back to a year ago this Sunday, we weren't playing. There were no games.
That's right. In the last game before the strike were these two teams. Remember, in New York,
Right.
These two teams played in New York, and the next day, the entire league went out on strike.
First and 10 Giants at their own 20. Less than 2 minutes left to play third quarter. Otis Anderson has replaced Joe Barnes. And first down, Sims to throw, pressure again. But he's got Manuel. Robert Williams. Just to update you on the Rams-Raiders at the Coliseum, it is 15-10 Rams now. Mike Lansford just hit a 46-yard field goal. First down Giants here at Texas Stadium, where it's 12-10.
He's getting it from all over. On that last play, Bill Bates was right. Look at that, 3 sacks, 7 hurries, 7 knockdowns, 2 batted balls.
Wow.
This has been a long day for Phil Simms.
But, as you pointed out, he's hung in there. Here's Morris, who almost fell down and makes something out of nothing. Michael Downs finally stopped him. 10-yard gain for Morris, just over a minute left in the third quarter now.
Hey, you watch a block by John Elliott, the right tackle on Too Tall. He does it here. Here's Elliott, here's Too Tall. Watch him as he fires out here. Too Tall trying to take that inside gap, but watch Elliott. He gets that hand up there, and with that strength in that body and over 300 pounds, just drives him about 2 holes down. Phil saying that's not bad for a rookie.
And it's a hot day. Navarro is the man in motion. Here's Morris hit down by Brooks behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, that's that penetration. Brooks lines up next to Too Tall. He got in the backfield, and Morris was trying to make a cutback, and Brooks was there.
Should be the end of the third quarter. That is the end of the third quarter with the score, the Giants 12, the Cowboys 10. We now pause for a word from your local stations.
Bob, when the ball goes out of bounds in a kickoff, that's a penalty. So tell him everyone knows that. I mean, the guy threw the flag down. I said it was a penalty.
First he said it was a touchback.
Yeah. He said penalty. Then he said, no, that's what I was telling you. Then they got 35 because of that. That's what I was asking, and that's why I said that.
That summer off John Madden at Texas Stadium. A quarter to go. Giants 12, Cowboys 10. Giants ball, 2nd and 9 at their own 44. Navarro on the move. Sims to throw. Caught by Raul Manuel. Flags again. Lockhart.
That's going to be
Joe
interesting.
Morris.
Yeah, it's either Bill Bates came in and made a hit, and then Morris hit Bates. So if Bates's hit was legal, then it's going to be against the Giants, against Joe Morris.
Seen a lot of yellow flags today. They're probably going to say offsetting.
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 56 on Dallas, number 20 on the Giants. The play stands.
Well, that's what made it offset. They didn't penalize Bates. Here's Manuel. He's working against Williams, the rookie. He's turning him every way but loose. Now watch when he comes in here. He's going to tackle him. Now watch 40 come flying in the picture. Boom. He gives him a shot. Now watch 20 come flying in the picture. He gives him a shot. Now watch 56 come flying in the picture. He's just trying to break it up, I think. Well, I don't know.
And now there are flags flying in the picture. Sims, Tavares by Jeffcoat in the backfield.
Jim Jeffcoat's playing one of the best games I've ever seen him play as a Cowboy. Seems like he's had a big pass rush, and he's spending a lot of time in that Giant backfield.
You know, in the offseason, he and Herschel Walker spent almost every day working out together. And when you talk about a workout, it is some workout. Walker told us yesterday he does 3,500 sit-ups a day in the offseason. A day. That's a lifetime.
Most people haven't done half that many in a lifetime.
I think Elliott moved first.
That's a tough thing when you have a too-tall lined up outside you, and you got to get up quickly and out.
Ball start, 76.
See, watch what happens. Here's Elliott here. But see, the problem is too-tall's coming here, so you have to get back and out. So you tend to bail out a little before the snap. See, he just started. All the other guys are sitting there nice, and Elliott blocking too-tall.
16 penalties in this game. Second down and 16 and a half, 17 in that area. Morris, right side. Cut down by Bates. Gain 5.
Hey, if you're going to run, you got to get Bill Bates blocked. They list him in the program as a safety, but he is a guy who is truly half linebacker, half safety. Because if you pass, he'll be back there, but if you run, I'll guarantee he's going to be up there where the action is.
He's going to force. Third down and 11 at the 45. Excuse me, John.
No, I'm not going to even say it.
Okay.
About Bill Bates. It's terrible.
Here comes Sims on that semi-rollout. Chased and down is Sims by Jones and Danny Newman. Fourth time Sims has been sacked. The Giants lead 12-10 with just under 13 minutes left to play. Buford, the punter, Kelvin Martin back deep for Dallas. Cowboys don't block many punts. Never have. Field goals, yes, but not many punts. Buford. Martin signals fair catch. And so Dallas will take over. Billy Owens came close to getting that one. Dallas will take over at the 14. Giants got a safety on the opening kickoff to take a 2-0 lead. They still lead by 2 points. Lionel Manuel has been the big factor that everyone thought he would be. 142 yards, the 1 touchdown, and there have been 16 penalties in this game today. Now, it doesn't sound like it should be a very exciting game, but it has been.
I'll tell you, I think both these sides have played their hearts out this game. I mean, there is some real contact going on down there. I still think the guys that win the war in the pit, the offensive linemen against the defensive linemen, are going to win this game. We go into the fourth quarter, everything is wide open. It's anyone's game to take, but I still say it's going to be won by who blocks and who keeps his guys off his quarterbacks and off his runners.
So Dallas has the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 14. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. 12:47 left to play. Pelluer has Walker behind him and Newsome moving. Draw play Walker. Walker outside the 20 to about the 24. Stopped by Johnny Cooks. The Herschel got 9. 3,500 sit-ups and 700 to 800 push-ups every day.
Well, and then he goes and runs, and then he goes out and works in karate and has guys punch him in the stomach and stuff. And then look at his shoulder pads. His shoulder pads go all the way down his back. You see, they go back down farther than anyone else I know because as he hits, he likes to spin and give him that back to hit.
After he does all that, he plays tennis.
Tennis?
Right. Here's Walker again, straight ahead. Harry Carson on the stop for an update. Let's go to Brent Busberger in New York. Boy, that's a shocker. Here, Pepper Johnson shaken up a little bit on the last play. It's the Giants 12, the Cowboys 10. 2nd down and 7 at the 27. The Giants, who just signed Johnny Cooks, don't have, of course, Lawrence Taylor. They've lost Andy Hedden. Maybe one of their strong suits is becoming neutralized a little bit.
Well, and they waived Byron Hunt this week.
Right. Here's Pelluer. Back to throw with time. To Walker. Walker's knocked out of bounds by Kennard. And another flag is down.
Hey, Herschel Walker came across the field and the Giant defense lost him in there. You wonder how you could lose a Herschel Walker. I would think that 8 of the guys on that defense would be keying somewhat on Herschel Walker.
Michael Irvin
Illegal push in the back, number 89.
in the middle of the scene right there. It's got to be Irvin. It can't be number 89. It's got to be 88.
Here it is right here. There's Michael Irvin if it's 88. I guess that's blocking from behind there. That's who it had to be. You know, one thing, the official has to see the full play, though. Because if Irvin starts that block in front of the guy,
First down.
and then goes around behind and keeps the initial contact, that's okay. If he hits him in the back initially, then, of course, it's illegal.
It is still Dallas 1st down at their own 39, 1st and 10. Alexander, midfield. Dallas 1st down. Pick up of 12. Kenny Hill made the stop.
Ray Alexander, of all these wide receivers active now for the Cowboys, he's the oldest guy. I think he's 26.
That's right.
But he played in Canada, and Tom Landry said he's starting him because he's the only guy with any experience.
All the rest of their wide receivers are younger. A couple of years ago, they almost didn't have any wide receivers. Now they have a lot, and they have a lot of good ones.
Something to be called old at 26, the old man, called Pops.
On 1st down, Pelluer to throw. Protection good. Outside to Walker. Out of bounds at the Giants 37 by Perry Williams.
You look how many times a running back gets hit and why he has to be in that shape. Look what's happened to Herschel Walker. He got hit 54 times running, 8 times blocking, and then receiving 14 times. So far in this game, he's had 76 hits. And I'll tell you, that would wear a guy. That's why he works out every day in the offseason, because he knows that this game comes down to the fourth quarter when you're working on that 80th and 90th and 100th hit.
He said yesterday, I get stronger as the game goes on. So did Joe Morris. I believe it. Here he is. Not much there. Jim Burt on the bottom of the pile. A gain of 4 for Herschel.
They'll say if you're going to run inside, you have to get that nose tackle blocked. And I think what's happening in there is Jim Burt is just too strong for Rafferty. But Tom Rafferty is one of those centers that's played in the league for 13 years, and he's never been a real strong run blocker. His biggest thing is his savvy and his pass protection. And Jim Burt is handling him in the line on the run.
Walker is the lone setback this time. Thornton Chandler moves over to the right at tight end. Pelluer on second down. Fakes to Walker. Comes out of the pocket. Chandler with a one-hand grab. Gain of 12. Harry Carson and Gary Reasons made the stop.
After they run Herschel. Now they're going to fake Herschel to the inside. He does a good job of picking up the blitz. Then Pelluer rolls out, throws it a little behind Chandler, who reaches back and grabs it out of the air one-handed with his right hand.
1st and 10 Dallas at the Giant 21. This is exactly the kind of game that Tom Landry said he thought they would play today. Control it, dominate the time, give it to Herschel. To the 15. Carson tripped him up.
That time Jim Burt, the nose tackle, got penetration against Rafferty, and Herschel was able to run away from it. Start and make a cut. Let's watch it here. Herschel's going to come in and make a cut up here. I think Burt starts this way, and Herschel cuts back this way. See him, he still gets his penetration. See him coming that way. Rafferty just gets him turned and gets him knocked down. And look, if you get the nose tackle blocked or turned, look at how big that hole is in there.
2nd and 5. Here's Newsom. Inside the 10. Reasons and Kenny Hill. Newsom got 7. 1st down.
Now this time they do a good job. Now watch Rafferty again here. He starts in there. Then Burt starts coming down the line, and Newsom is able to get in here and cut back against it. Watch him, see, he starts to watch. Rafferty just stays with him, runs him now beyond the hole. And then Newsom is watching that block, and he's going to cut off of Rafferty's block.
Nate Newton is the injured Cowboy. The Giants still lead by 2.
Tired.
Ankle?
No, I think they probably maybe did. I think he was tired.
That's what I was going to say. He's tired.
That puddle, man, he was just.
Yeah.
The eyes.
He was a Zimmerman, I guess it would be. Huh?
He
Left
did.
ankle.
Yeah, he did. That's Reasons, isn't it? Falling on it? No, Newsom's the guy.
This is Reasons right here.
Oh, Newsom did? Yeah. No. Oh, maybe he did. Yeah. I don't know, only if you want to show it. I don't.
First and goal at the 9. Pelluer. Middle. Intended for Ray Alexander. Nothing there. Pelluer is 8 out of 11 this half for 114 yards. Jeff Zimmerman, came in for Nate Newton.
You know, an interesting thing, Pat, remember that first play of the game when Clack muffed the ball, then went back, then tried to get out, and they give him a safety? They didn't review that play, and that wasn't a legal play. So the NFL is making a statement now that that wasn't legal, but of course it's too late. You can't change the score.
Nope.
At the time, the muff, he never had control. He went back there, and then they called it a safety, but in fact, it was a legal play. It should have been a touchback.
Second and goal from the 9. Pelluer chased. Pass is picked off by Carson. He could go if he doesn't run out of gas. Harry Carson caught inside the 35 by Ray Alexander. Pelluer just barely got rid of it. He shouldn't have. 65-yard return by Carson. Pelluer was pressured by Jim Burt.
And that's what happened to Pelluer and the Cowboys against Pittsburgh. These fans remember that one. Watch the pressure. They're going to pressure him. They figure it's an all-out thing. Let's go after him. We're up by 2. Here comes Jim Burt. Pelluer just trying to throw the ball away. You don't try and throw it away inside when you're down in the goal line. If you're going to throw it away outside. You can't lay a ball up like that inside.
Harry Carson, a veteran who's been to the Pro Bowl and been such a giant leader for so many times, so many years.
I tell you, on a hot day, that's a long run for a 13-year veteran.
I'll tell you.
I don't know what this is, Pat.
No, I don't either.
The whole Giant team is coming to the sideline.
They're calling an official timeout, pointing to both teams now. So Parcells says, I want you over here. 7.5 minutes left to play in this contest.
We got it right now.
We've got it. You already explained it, I think.
Yeah, but what, you're going to read the statement?
I don't know. Think we need to?
Yeah, Pat has the statement.
Okay. We're at Texas Stadium. The Giants 12-10. Harry Carson just picked off Steve Pelluer. Desperation heave as he was about to be sacked by Jim Burt. Brought it back to this spot. First and 10 Giants at the Dallas 32 with 7.5 minutes left to play. Navarro moves in motion. Sims gives to Lawrence. Maybe 3. Harry looks pretty good after that long jaunt.
Well, he just had a big shot of oxygen, too. That's the thing. The first thing you do is you get over to the sideline and you take the praise, then you go for the oxygen deal. Then after you get the oxygen, then you wipe yourself off and hope that your offense can control the ball and get a score out of your interception.
It'll be 2nd and 7. Ball just inside the 30. Joe Morris just went over 100 yards with that carry. Manuel in motion. Reverse coming to Manuel. He's got some room this time. He is supposed to bring it wide, but the Cowboys had it cut off. Eugene Lockhart made the stop.
You know, when Bill Parcells called the entire offensive team over to the sideline, He took that headset off and he gave him either some kind of an emotional plea or a fired up talk to motivate that group.
While they measure, again, the league, the NFL has issued a statement, which we just got, about what John Madden was talking about a minute ago, the opening safety, the opening kickoff. Armin Terzian, who is the replay official, concerning that safety, says the play should have gone to as a touchback with the Cowboys taking the ball on the 20. The rule states that if the return man muffs the ball and it goes into the end zone, he must recover the ball, but he has no responsibility to bring it out. So it should have been a Cowboy touchback. Dallas should have gotten the ball at their own 20. Instead, it's too late now. Sim, Morris to the 20. Gary Cobb made the stop. Gain of 2. Here is the opening kickoff in the event you might have missed it. Here's what happened. Raul Clack is the return man for Dallas.
See, he never has control of the ball. The impetus of the ball takes it in the end zone, so that's a muff. Now it looks like he's trying to get out. He is trying to get out, but that's okay. He didn't get out. So that should have just been a touchback. Dallas's ball on the 20. Said they gave the Giants 2 points and the ball back.
2nd and 8. Here's the pitch. Again, back to Morris. Morris, as he said, he gets stronger as the game goes on. Fumble and a scramble. Sims says we've got it. And he looks as if he really believes it. He's correct.
You notice as you look at those offensive linemen, you see the shirt tails out, the defense, their socks are hanging down, pants are coming. You know, that's the way it gets on these kind of days and these kind of games.
3rd and 2. If you look on the other side of the line of scrimmage too, the defense and the offense, a lot of them have shirt tails out.
Well, it's the big guys. It's the big guys that are trying to get a little more air in there. You know, get a little more air up in those legs and up in those stomach areas. A little more oxygen any way you can get it. You can't get down close to the grass because they don't have any grass in this place.
3rd and 2. The ball at the 14. Anderson and Carthon are the running backs. They get to Anderson. He's close. He's close. 12-10 the score with 4:51 left to play. The Giants lead it by 2.
This is going to be a big call for Bill Parcells because I think they're short. Now do you go for the field goal, which gives you a 5-point lead, and they can't beat you with a field goal, or do you try and get the first down? I think the percentage call here is you have to kick the field goal.
I think that's the percentage, and I agree with you. He hasn't made his decision yet.
I think he's waiting, calling for a measurement, although he probably knows it's short, to take a little time to make the decision.
Allegre, at whom you just looked, would have about a 30-yard go at it. It's short. Not quite a yard, I wouldn't think.
He's going to go for it. He's made his decision. He's sending in Joe Morris, and you know Joe Morris isn't going to kick it.
Maurice Carthon and Mark Bavaro and Zeke Moat, 2 tight ends.
And I bet you Joe Morris called his own number. I bet you Joe Morris is going to do it. Last week the Giants went for it twice on 4th down. Made one and missed one.
I guess if I had to make a guess, I'd say Morris right at Noonan, left side.
You were right. And I bet they're going to measure this one, too. How do they know where that ball goes? Look at the ball moving around.
Morris looked as if he might have slipped just a bit as he started to head for the hole.
This can be the mark that determines the game. Watch him right here. He did slip. Watch as he's going down. Just as he went to accelerate, he slipped. He didn't make it either.
So the Cowboys take over, trailing by 2. Giants 12, Dallas 10.
Which means by going for that and not getting it, that the Cowboys now, they don't have to go for a touchdown. They have to go first for field goal position. It looked like the blocking was there. It looks like there's a soft spot right off the left guard. And right there, I don't know if he slipped or if he tripped.
I think he did.
Tripped over William Roberts, his tackle.
So Dallas takes over. Nate Newton back in the offensive line, by the way, with 4.5 minutes and 2 timeouts remaining for both teams. Beg your pardon, the Giants only have 1. Pelluer, draw play to Walker. Harry Carson made the stop. We're at Texas Stadium in Irving, and that's the situation right now. Dallas was, I guess you'd have to say, penalized after the statement we just read. The Giants awarded a safety on the opening kickoff. Morris has 111 rushing yards. Walker has 116 yards total. Next 60 minutes, except on the West Coast. Clock running, less than 4 minutes now. Giants bench showing blitz. Pelluer. Cosby, enough for a first. Harry Carson again on the stop, a gain of 8.
Yeah, you talk about a game, Pat, that's going to be a controversial one. It has to be this one tomorrow, because if the score stays like it is, then it's going to be that first play that shouldn't have been. If the Cowboys come and win it now, it's going to be that 4th down call. So either way, it's one of those things that are a haven for second guessers.
And of course, without those 2 points, we'd be headed for overtime right now.
That's one thing that we're not going to get in this game.
That's right. First and 10 at 25. Nothing there. Mark Collins up to make the stop. Walker got 1.
You're going to watch Collins here most of the time. Again, they stay out there and cover those wide receivers, but the Giants are one of the teams that blitz their corners. We see Collins do it that time. He comes up like he's covering Alexander, and whap, at the last second, he takes off into the backfield.
Second down and 9. Just over 2.5 minutes remain. Ray Alexander split wide to the left. Irvin to the right. Here comes that cornerback blitz. Pelluer gets away from it. Batted away by Kennard, intended for Walker. Sheldon White was number 39, blitzing in Pelluer's face.
And that was great coverage by Terry Kennard, because, again, you know you can't hit the guy before you get there. So you have to time that thing, get the right hand to knock the ball down, but don't get your left hand on the receiver. And Kennard didn't do it.
3rd and 9. Speaking of big plays, 2:21 left now.
You're the Giants who remembered last week against the 49ers in this 3rd and long.
Walker split wide to the left. Pelluer for Irvin. No.
It was the same play, Pat. It was the same play that the 49ers did against him to Jerry Rice.
They're going to have to punt.
Watch him. They go to Irvin. Last week it was Rice and it was on Collins. The difference is Collins is up there tight. He's running with him. He looks to the inside. Has good coverage. The ball is up to the outside. Collins is about as close in that coverage as you can get.
Saxon back to punt. McConkey back deep for the Giants. Line drive punt that McConkey fair catches. Wisely so, because the Cowboy coverage was good. So the Giants have 1 timeout remaining. They lead by 2 with 2:08 left. San Diego final over Seattle. Atlanta over San Francisco. The Rams beating the Raiders 22-10. 2:08 remaining at Texas Stadium. The Giants quickly out. Dallas 2 timeouts left, plus the 2-minute warning. Morris by Gary Cobb behind the line of scrimmage. And the 2-minute warning will stop the clock. Phil Simms strolls to the sideline. It'll be 2nd and 13. The Giants at their own 34. Ends with 60 minutes. And you know if it's Sunday, it must be 60 minutes. And if it's 60 minutes, it's everybody's favorite, the news magazine. That's followed by Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. Then it's the CBS Sunday movie Rockabye. That's all coming up after football. Second down and 13. Giants. Simms goes back over the middle. Bavaro tripped up by Ron Burton. And a timeout, Dallas. While they take the timeout, Minnesota humbled the Bears 31-7. Jim McMahon suffered a bruised left knee. Miami beat Green Bay. Buffalo over New England with no time left. 11 seconds. The Jets 45-3 over Houston. Boy, that's a shocker. Cincinnati remained unbeaten, beating Pittsburgh 17-12. New Orleans over Detroit. They improved to 2-1. 22-14 the score there. Phoenix Cardinals beat Tampa Bay 30-24. Kansas City 20. Denver 13. Another upset. Washington over Philadelphia 17-10. And San Diego upset Seattle 17-6. Third down and 7. Ball at the 40. Now both teams have one timeout remaining. Simms out of the shotgun. Gives on the draw play to Adams, and there's nothing there. Gary Cobb.
Hey, that guy Gary Cobb has played real well for the Cowboys today. Really starting his first game. They got him from the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see him here. He didn't go for that draw. I think the Giants are going to that play too many times on third down. You know, it's a good play to catch you off balance.
When they had Tony Galbraith, they always make it work.
Yeah, but it looked like Cobb had one of those computer scouting reports that said third down, shotgun, Adams, draw, you watch.
Rams over the Raiders now by 12. Clock stop with 1:44 remaining. Giants lead the Cowboys by 2 points. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League. Is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Dallas Cowboys and the National Football League is prohibited. Buford back to punt. Kelvin Martin back deep. Coverage is there. Out of bounds he goes. Just outside the 30. So 1:35 remaining.
Yeah, two things we have to remember, I think, here is that the Cowboys only need a field goal because of that 2 points. The other thing is that they have no timeouts.
Steve Pelluer as quarterback all day. 12-10. Typical NFC Eastern Division type contest. Dallas, as John Madden said, no timeouts. 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And Pelluer up the middle to Walker. Gain of about 5.
That's the thing the Giants want them to do. Keep the ball in the middle because they have no timeout. Now, because of the pileup, the officials are calling timeout to stop the clock.
Again, the same formation with Walker in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pelluer. Giants put on some heat. Pass is caught by Irvin. Close to a first down. I'm not sure it is. 1 minute left. Third to foot. Pelluer has the pass intercepted by Gary Reasons, but there's a flag on the play.
If it's against the Cowboys, this game's over.
They're indicating it's not. It's against the Giants. I think somebody held Walker. It was Reasons.
And of course, that not only stops the clock, it gives the Cowboys a first down because that was a third down play.
And a chance to collect thoughts.
First down.
Was Reasons on Walker. To the 45, first and 10 Dallas with 49 seconds left.
Well, now with the ball in the 45, the Cowboys need a couple more completions because they have to get the ball down to the 30-yard line or inside to go for the field goal. And remember, Roger Ruzek just became active for this game.
It is Rusty. No flag. Pass is picked off by Perry Williams. And that should do it. 12-10, the Giants lead. 42 seconds remain. Perry Williams.
The Giants have this one. I'll tell you, it's been a tough day for them. They were down after that last week against the 49ers, but they came back here and played these Cowboys tough today.
So the Giants take over at their own 38. 42 seconds remaining. Perry Williams accepting the accolades from his teammates.
I wonder what the Cowboys are going to say in the locker room when they find out the 2 points that they were beaten by shouldn't have been.
I don't know what they're going to say, but I know they're going to say something.
Probably one of those